Ladies and gentlemen, ProWrestling.me proudly presents the Boom Boom Room, and of course, I am the sexiest man on all of Internet Wrestling Radio. That's right, Boom Boom here, shaking the room live from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. Kids, we've got some breaking news in the world of wrestling. Emma has suffered a back injury. It will require surgery, and she will be out indefinitely. The news came out today. WWE first announced that Emma suffered a back injury during a house show in New Mexico back on May the 8th in a tag team match. Her and Lana were teaming up to take on Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. She took a bad hit there. She was in some pain. In fact, back when they introduced Dana Brooke, she was in some pain, but apparently it has gotten worse over time. So they went ahead, and this is according to the WWE from ringside physician Dr. Chris Robinson. It turns out they've given her MRI. It's revealed that further action will be needed, and they're not going to know how long she's going to be out until the procedure is completed. This means that Dana Brooke, who was just introduced last week, is apparently going to be on her own, and this comes at a very, very bad time. Emma, things were finally starting to go her way. She got called back up to the main roster in time for WrestleMania. She was working a program with Becky Lynch. Looks like they were building up to maybe a pay-per-view match. They even brought in Dana Brooke because they were going to take the place of Tamina Snuka and Naomi to fill that little bad girl role. And unfortunately, now the injury bug strikes again. So that is sad to see. I wonder if this means they'll be calling up Sasha Banks. Now, Sasha Banks is not out of action. She's not injured. She's not doing things. They're having her wrestle live events. They're just not putting her on television. It's part of a storyline according to WWE. I wonder if this injury to Emma will push her back into action. So, let me know what you think over here in the comments section. Actually, speaking of injuries, they're getting ready to return some people. First and foremost is Seth Rollins. He should be ready to go sometime in June. In fact, according to the dirt sheets, Seth Rollins, would be ready to go right now. However, he is out filming a movie right now, so they're going to bring him back on the June 6th episode of Monday Night Raw, which according to my math is exactly 3 weeks from today. Right now, I'm recording this on May the 15th. He is also set to return possibly with Randy Orton. So that could be a big homecoming. All these guys who were previously injured over the past 6-7 months are finally starting to come back. We saw Cesaro return. Now we've got a timetable here for Seth Rollins and Randy Orton on June the 6th. And the question all of you want to know, when is our Lord and Savior John Cena going to come back? Well, that appears he's actually going to come back before them. Surprise, surprise. He is looking to come back, let's see, about almost a full week. He could return as early on Saturday, May the 30th, just a little over a couple of weeks from now. So a lot of anticipation here coming. Still no word on when Bray Wyatt. There's nothing definite. I think he could come back within the next 6 weeks. Still no word on Neville. In fact, I don't know if I need to start listing off everybody who's hurt because I feel like I really want to keep this as a short show. So luckily these guys start to come in. Also, here's another thing. Lillian Garcia not fired from the WWE. Apparently, Court Bauer he's a former writer. I believe he works, so it doesn't work with Wrestling Inc. Heard from a source that she was quietly released. However, that was not the case. Apparently, this just kept going around that she'd been released, and people. So finally, WWE had to go back and address it and say that she had not been released. It turns out her father has been battling bladder cancer and a blood cancer, and he's had a bad reaction to the chemotherapy recently, and he became very ill. So she went to go be with her dad, and so that's why she was off. I believe she actually could be back as soon as tonight when they do the show in North Carolina. So keep your eye on there. But let's just put those rumors to ease. I know that Lillian Garcia still with WWE, and it turns out the injury bug is not just affecting the WWE. The Young Bucks have suffered an injury. Actually, both of the Young Bucks, have suffered an injury, and they have had to pull out of the Best of the Super Juniors tournament over in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I know it sounds really crazy here. The Young Bucks, part of the hottest tag team, part of the hottest stable in professional wrestling. They were in separate blocks in there, but according to their Facebook page, Matt, he suffered a hand injury, and Nick suffered a rib injury, oddly enough, in the exact same match. But they are saying, luckily, these injuries are fairly minor, and they should be back at full strength anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. So that's good news. My question is, who would you like to see replace the Young Bucks? No replacements have been named as of yet. And I wonder what Super Juniors could they get. I figured they should keep going, because I was kind of hoping to see like a little Red Dragon, to see a
Booms.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
I was gonna go live with a Raw preview, but you were there. You already live. So I was like, oh shit, what should I do? I was like, oh shit.
Oh, you already have. Hey, what's up, LK? Sorry there, buddy. I was just telling everybody here the Young Bucks are out with an injury, and they're having to pull out of the Best of the Super Juniors tournament. So, I mean, would you like to see replace the Young Bucks? Right now, they don't have anybody officially named to replace them. I'm just thinking maybe they could pull a couple of Ring of Honor guys. I was hoping maybe we could pull out the new Bullet Club guys. That would be Adam Cole and Adam Page.
Do they meet the requirements of the weight limit though?
Ooh, what is the top off?
Isn't it 220 or 230? I'm not too sure. But if I had to pick them, I'd put Leo Rush, the Ring of Honor Top Prospect winner, and ACH. I'd put those two.
ACH, I don't disagree with. In fact, let me check here. I'm actually going to go to Ring of Honor's website right now. Let's see if we got a bio on him. Okay, yeah, ACH, he meets the requirements. He is 190.
Okay.
Adam Page, let's see here. He does not list a weight for him. And let's check out Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole, come on, don't let me down. This is according to Ring of Honor. Ooh, he comes in at 210.
I guess he makes it.
He might just barely make it. And oddly enough, funny thing, about the Bullet Club here, the new members of the Bullet Club, a lot of people are talking about this, but they're not talking about what I feel like is really important with this. The stories that are going around is that, believe it or not, it was New Japan Pro Wrestling was actually pushing the Bullet Club to add new members. And so obviously which for one I found strange, because I thought they were going to try to limit it, but I guess with all the defections, going over to WWE, they needed to kind of build back up the stable a little bit. But to no one's surprise, the Young Bucks pushed for Adam Cole, and the reason why that's no surprise is they have a history of working together over Pro Wrestling Guerrilla as part of Mount Rushmore, as I found out. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. But here's the other interesting part. Adam Page seems like that just came out of fucking left field. Who pushed for him? It was again, this is according to the rumor mill, to the dirt sheets, however you want to call it. It was Ghetto. Ghetto actually pushed for him, and I was actually kind of shocked. He's, of course, for those of you who don't know, behind the scenes, he's the booker of New Japan. And to me, I'm thinking this is the same guy who kind of spotted Okada, who pretty much tied his tied his lasso to him and is with him. So I'm interested to see. I already know that Adam Page is a decent wrestler. I like that little somersault he does off the ring apron, that shooting star press like maneuver, and I also love his finisher, the rite of passage. I'm interested to see if he can take it to the next level. So that's what I'm interested in. But people aren't really talking about that. They aren't talking about the push for new members, why they selected the two that they did, and particularly Ghetto getting behind Page of all people. People aren't mentioning that for some reason. I just kind of find that mind-blowing.
The original point of Adam Cole, I don't think it's possible because he's at a PWG show the night before the Super Juniors is meant to start. So I don't actually know how long it takes to get to Japan and the time difference, and if we'd actually be able to get there on time for it. Because the Super Junior starts May 21st, and on May the 20th, he's facing Dalton Castle at the PWG Prince event. So I don't think Adam Cole's possible. I think, honestly, I think we're going to get Page and ACH. I think they're the two that are going to go. We're going to get Page and ACH. Or we're going to get Page and Cheeseburger, because we know they love their fucking cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger's huge in Japan. At least at least that's how they're pushing it. We'd have to go to the powers that be. We go to Dave Coco. Like, Coco, is Cheeseburger really that popular? Is that just something that they're really cooking? Because I know when he first showed up at Wrestle Kingdom, people were like, well, who the fuck is this guy? What the fuck? Oh, okay, I like this guy. Oh, this guy's got some spunk. Hell yeah, cheeseburger. At least that's the way it came off to me.
Yeah, it came off that way for me too. It was very, very strange, but he's not that bad. I have nothing against the guy. He just doesn't do much for me.
All right, and here's another controversial thing. I need to wrap this up because I'm gonna have to go get in the bed soon. Because while y'all get to go watch Raw, I've got to get my ass up out of bed at 4 a.m. and then go to work at 5. So there's talks about making an Andre the Giant movie.
Yeah, I saw that. It's not a WWE Studios film, so I'd actually be tempted to purchase it.
So in other words, that's LK's way of saying, hey, that might actually be good.
Being sucked. Like, Seth Rollins will be back on June 6th. I touched on that earlier on a news show. June 6th, he's back, which is the week after Big Match John comes back.
Dun, 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 dun.
We're actually going to get a decent main event scene for a while. I mean, if you build a sports entertainer from the ground up, Randy Orton comes back. I mean, But if you build a sports entertainer from the top down, you get Roman Reigns. You've got him in the mix. You can shove up Dangerous Dean Ambrose. Roman Reigns. Big Match John in there. He'll probably be US Championship. Let's call a spade. He's going to be US Championship because he can defeat Rusev, who's going to beat Kalisto Extreme Rules. But we'll touch on that later on. And then also, who else have you got in the main event scene? You've got Ambrose, Rollins now, Big Match John, Cheesecake, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, maybe even Vader if he comes up. Kevin Owens isn't near enough in the mix. You've got Money in the Bank coming up. So you can add another man to the mix after whoever wins the briefcase. SummerSlam obviously coming up. You got Brock Lesnar. Who the fuck's he gonna face? Is he gonna do that stupid bullshit rivalry with the Wyatt family, or what is usually by now there would be that speculation online about who Brock Lesnar will be facing at the summer event, but I haven't seen none. Just me not looking hard enough.
Looking for what exactly?
Like Lesnar's opponent for SummerSlam.
No, I don't think they've even thought that far ahead, to be honest.
Yeah, but normally with Brock, they've normally got him planned out. Like, we knew it was meant to be Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, even though they changed plans. But we kind of thought that's the direction we're heading in, like months and months, even before the Rumble. So we're only a couple months away from SummerSlam. We have no clue what. We don't know. I mean, we know he's scheduled for the Hawaii house show, which might be televised on the WWE Network, which might be called Bash at the Beach.
And I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've heard they're bringing back. I've heard rumors that they're bringing back Bash at the Beach, but they're going to have him for the Japan Super Show in July. You just know it.
Yeah, but he's in Hawaii. But the Japanese house shows have actually sold out. I don't think Brock's name's on the fucking marquee or whatever the fuck they want to call it. Whereas the Hawaii show.
Well, now, you don't have to do that much now because they're going to bring over Gallows and Anderson. They're going to bring. I guarantee they're bringing over Balor, AJ, Nakamura, Asuka. Probably New Day. I mean, anybody who's over in Japan, they're going to bring them over.
Yeah, because the card in Hawaii, I mean, it's Lesnar versus Owens. You got Nakamura versus Big Match John, and Charlotte versus Asuka. I mean, they've got to put that on the network. They have to put that on the network.
Yeah, I mean, they would have to. I mean, at least I feel like it. I mean, they did last year. Remember, they did not Invasion Attack, but Beast in the East. I think they'll do something like that. I really do. I mean, if not, what the fuck's the point of having the fucking network?
I'm going to be honest with you. I pitched this idea a while back. So do you know they have all these house shows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why they can't do what New Japan does and legit just have a hard camera. Have a hard camera, have one of your trainee commentators there. And just have the hard camera, a trainee commentator just in the back looking at a monitor, calling it. Maybe it be on an hour delay, so it's not completely live, but have NXT house shows and W house shows on there. I don't see why they don't.
I don't know why. I guess maybe because it makes sense. I figure that'd be perfect because I know on. Do you get ESPN over there in your neck of the woods?
If you call it a station, then that's a bit generous.
Yeah. Well, they have in this. At least this is what I pay attention to. They have something they call ESPN-U or ESPN3. It's what they'll do is they'll take I'm talking low-level college football teams. I'm talking colleges that are barely Division I. I'm talking stuff that's like MAC, Conference USA, Sun Belt Conference teams. These small schools, and then they'll just do if their quality is not as good. I mean, they've got cameras, multiple cameras, but the quality is not as good as say a big, for a Big Ten or SEC or Pac-12 game. And then they'll get commentators these guys are not popular by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I don't know who they are more than half the time. ESPN does that with low level. I was like, why can't WWE do something like that? You just have a few cameras. You get some of your smaller, people who need some work, need some seasoning. And if they mess up, it's not that big of a deal because it's not that huge of an event, but they also get experience.
Yeah, so, I mean, and then what better way to test? Just say, for instance, say you want to have, just over argument's sake, who's still in NXT right now? You want to see if Hideo Itami, first name popped head, you want to see how Hideo Itami works on the main roster. Does he connect with the audience? With that, you can put him on a house show. It won't be talked about on WWE television because it's just a house show. Everyone watching the network, in theory, is going to be a hardcore wrestling fan. I mean, you don't get a casual viewer who just watches Raw every week have the network. So they can have Hideo Itami come out, see the reaction online, see the reaction from the crowd in the building, see the reaction from the network subscribers, and then boom, work away from there. If the reaction's bad, keep Hideo Itami in NXT for a bit longer. Same as if we had this, I guarantee the Vaudevillains would probably not be on the main roster right now. So I don't know, because I think now it's just the way I always see the Vaudevillains is Vince looking around saying, they've been there for NXT for so long. I feel sorry for those bastards. Bring them up. Just bring the poor guys up. It's going to happen with Blake and Murphy soon as well. I mean, what are those jabrones doing?
Why not? All right, I'm going to have to wrap up the news segment here. Now we're going to do some shameless self-promotion. Real quick, I want to tell everybody to go to ProWrestling.me. Raw's about to start, so get on there, log in, sign up if you haven't already, and start talking about Raw, and then come back here. See, as soon as we're done, LK is going to do a preview of Raw. Then Raw's going to happen. I want you to talk about it on the forums, go back and forth. You can message each other during the show. It's awesome. And then afterwards, LK maybe, hopefully he'll be back along with Dave Coco. And then they'll do the post-Raw, or actually it should be called the post-mortem because the crowd will be dead half the time. All right, and then you can check that out. And then we've got some more shows coming up now. We're trying to get some more shows here coming up. And one of the things we're going to talk about is apparently a supposed list of the top 10 highest paid superstars in WWE has leaked online. We have gotten a hold of this list. And assuming it's true, we're going to go, I mean, again, people are like, oh, how do you know that? We don't. We're just going to have fun with it. We're just going to go, okay, let's just assume this is true. We're going to list off the top 10, and I can promise you at least one of those will surprise you. Who may excuse me, 3 in my opinion. 3 people on that list will surprise you that they're actually in the top 10. We'll talk numbers, and we're probably going to heckle the hell out of it and criticize the hell out of the WWE. It'll make you it'll make you face palm, and some of it will actually clear up a lot. Oh, okay, well, that's why that guy's been pushed so hard now. Okay, I can see why. Oh, I didn't know he was paid that much. We're going to talk about it and have some fun with it. And then we've got more shows coming up this week. Of course, we're going to talk some TNA. We're going to talk some Ring of Honor. We're going to talk NXT. Of course, we talked about the Best of the Super Juniors. We need to start previewing that. We've got that coming up this weekend. Of course, we've got another WWE pay-per-view coming up with Extreme Rules. We've got to get ready to preview that. And then, of course, we'll tie it all together back again next week with Monday Night Raw. So be sure to tune in there. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We've got a lot of good content on there. I recently did an unboxing of Pro Wrestling Loot and about shit my pants with 2 of the fucking items in that box. If you need to go check it out. I didn't fucking believe it. I'm the one who got the goddamn box. And I was like, oh, fuck. So please check that out. I'm reviewing all these subscription services. I've got a whole separate series on that. I've gone through 3. Now, technically, I've got 2 more to go, but turns out, LK, I just discovered a new service. It's actually over there in your neck of the woods, but they do ship to the United States. Okay. So I may have to try that out, too. So I may just add it another month onto the series. So be sure to check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So that's going to do it for me. I'm about to turn things over to LK. He's going to do a preview. Then we've got Raw.
Hold the fort. Right. Firstly, CTC Gaming. He's a loyal listener to this channel. His first video today, just his first ever time, he broke over 400 views. So it's a big day for him, apparently. So well done.
Send me the fucking link, bro. What the fuck? He didn't send us the link.
Yeah, everyone go to CTC Gaming. Yeah. He's a great guy. He only has nice things to say about us. So check him out, CTC Gaming. I'm gonna after this.
Send the link.
We did. We'll send the link in the description box. We'll put a link to his channel in the description box. I'll personally do it. I'm going to cancel this show, and I'm going to set a new one that goes live at past. So it's going to be a 30-minute show. It's going to be a live comment-driven heavy motherfucker. It's going to be like the WWE Raw pre-show on the WWE Network, apart from we're actually not going to talk bullshit. So, yeah, we're going to wrap this bad boy up, Ribs.
Oh, can I go ahead and get Ray Mastani's questions in? Here's Ray Mastani's questions. LK, what is your favorite sexual position? LK, what favorite porn do you watch? Okay, marry, kill, fuck, spank, Paige, Emma, Dana Brooke, and Tamina Snuka. What else? Why do I get this funny feeling in my pants every time I see Maurice? There, I think I just got Ray Mastani's questions all out of the way, so you can go ahead and answer those right when you go on the air.
That is sad.
That is inside joke. That is like extremely inside baseball. You have to be a huge fan of like ProWrestling.me, KocoSports.net, and WrestleAM to even get that fucking joke. So to get in on those jokes, you need to join us live and you need to jump in the chat room. It's a hell of a lot of fun. So that's going to do it for me. LK coming up here at 1:30, so be sure to be there. So this is Booms for LK, for Sammy, and for Dave Coco. The boom just went bang, and I am out.